All right, we are doing a biology past paper question. This question is worth 6 marks, so we are putting 6 minutes on the clock, and even with explanation and trying to crack my brain, let's get this right. So obviously we have a diagram that shows us a DNA molecule undergoing an important biological process. So as we can see, we can kind of see, looks like 2 DNA molecules. Obviously not complete, so it could have been like opening up or something. Make sure you understand what's happening in the question. We also have some numbers labeled and some alphabets labeled. Let's go. 1.4.1, a process shown in the diagram. So obviously when we go into DNA, we're going to write down all the processes that could have been done. So we know we could have had replication, we could have had transcription, and we could have had translation. So I would write them all down because I'm trying to get my 6 marks. Shown in the diagram, we also see that we do not see the nucleus, which would have been that, and we do not see any amino acids, which would have been translation. So it's definitely DNA replication. Okay, next question, 1.4.1. This is A, this is B. Sorry, I didn't have space. Nah? There's that word that I was trying, replication. Okay, let's erase. So now you guys are eating my 6 minutes. Okay, next one. A chemical bond labeled 1. So this one is a bond that keeps it together. And then obviously as it unwinds, that bond needs to break. So that bond would then be our hydrogen bonds. Okay. Next one is 1.4.2a. Give the collective name of the parts labeled 2, 3, and 4. So there I see it's one piece. Let's put it in the corner. It's one piece of DNA, which is a piece. But I also know that DNA uses the word nucleus a lot. So it's some word that is going along those lines. So the word would then be your nucleotide. Okay. So look at the diagram. Look at that diagram. So it's something there, something there, something there. So it does look like just one piece, but that piece keeps repeating itself. So that's why I'm saying it's a piece of DNA, but it's in the nucleus because I know I'm talking about DNA. So it would be our nucleotide, all right? Try find ways to remember to mitigate cramming. Next one. The full name of the nitrogenous base labeled 5. So again, let's say I have no idea what nitrogenous is, but I know something base labeled 5, right? So just to make sure that we connect the dots. So we know that the G would go somewhere there and the A would go somewhere to the 5. So we know the A is going to go to something. We have the G that's going to go to something as well. So if you have nothing else to help you remember, now you know that G goes with C and A goes with T. If anything, it's an at, and then the last few letters are GC or ATGC. So there we are. So the full name of the nitrogenous base labeled 5, that would then be thymine. All right, 1.4.3. During which phase of the cell cycle does this process take place? Okay, so now we have 1 mark, but now I'm thinking of DNA. What do you mean the cell cycle? So now I'm thinking, when does the cell, because I'm thinking of menstruation cycle. So when does the cell go through something like menstruation, something where it will break down, it will bleed at the end? Oh, meiosis. So then you remember in meiosis, things break down, right? So then when in meiosis would this happen? Okay, but I have to ask myself, is this like metaphase because it looks like they're lining up or something like that? But no, let's ask ourselves. We said this was DNA replication. So where throughout meiosis do I need information to be copied, right? So you must remember, information needs to be copied. So I need more spindles first to open up, right? So that we have more spindles. I need all those. Remember the keyword, the hydrogen bonds broken. I need those bonds broken so that it can line up as chromosomes. So right before we start, We actually have I'm trying to think if it has y'all, you know my spelling is beautiful, so if it's wrong, just give us a heart in the comment section. So that's what it is. That's where DNA replication would happen. So remember, don't get confused and think, oh, it's metaphase because it looks like things are lining up. Go back to the fact that this is DNA replication. Where in the cell does this process occur? So we did say this already because it helped us answer one of the questions. So this would happen in the nucleus. Also, why would it happen in the nucleus? Because DNA replication happens in the nucleus. DNA translation happens through coming out of the nucleus, and transcription would happen in the cytoplasm. All right, 6 minutes in, I got my 6 marks. And again, I also was trying to reason it with you, showing you that you can bring in all the possibilities, write them out, cross them out to get your 6 marks. Let's get 100%. Let's go. Next question.